How much do I work as an attending physician compared to when I was a resident? Let's talk about it. What's up, everybody? My name is Cody. I am an emergency medicine physician. Welcome back to my channel. Now, if you tuned into my most recent video, I talked a little bit about work-life balance as an emergency doctor. And one of the most important keys to a great work-life balance, of course, is the schedule. So today, I'm going to use one of my actual monthly schedules as a resident and compare it to what my schedule looks like now. And trust me, it looks completely different. Let's just put it like that. But if you haven't done so already, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Also, if you wouldn't mind giving this video a like, it really helps me out. But yeah, let's dive right into it. So as a resident, I mentioned before, I probably worked around 40 to 45 hours per week. And by me being a resident, that really wasn't that bad to me. We primarily worked 8-hour shifts. Sometimes we worked 12 hours on the weekend. But, pretty much I had about 16 hours or so of every day that I worked to myself and my family. Also, compared to some of my colleagues who are working 80 to 120 hour work weeks, this was, pretty cake for me. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes the schedule itself can get a little ridiculous. I'm talking back to back to back to back shifts. Sometimes your schedule will flip flop from going from a night shift to a day shift, and it can get a little bit weird as an ER doctor. And that's one of the things about being an emergency doctor, right? You're going to have a change in the schedule. It's not going to be a straightforward Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 gig. No, there's going to be some variation. Most of the time, people who are working between 8 and 10-hour shifts are going to work a mix of mornings, a mix of sort of swing shifts, and a mix of nights. Some doctors prefer to work strictly nights. Sometimes there's a little bit of extra pay involved with that. And some doctors just do straight 12-hour shifts. So those are a little bit more predictable. You'll know you're either working a 6A to 6P or 7A to 7P, something along those lines. And usually they'll do either a mix of days, a mix of nights, depending on your work. Some people do 24 hours. But we can discuss a little bit of those nuances in detail in another video. But for now, let's go ahead and pull up my schedule as a resident. All right, so here I have my March 2023 schedule pulled up. I was a second year resident at this time. And just look how much I was working. Let's go ahead and count them out. So I worked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 21, 22 shifts in this period of time. I guess if you want to count the month itself, we'll take away 3. So I ended up working 19 shifts per month. But, if you're going on a 5-day stretch of 7A to 3P, then 3P to 11P, it's a little bit tough, This schedule is pretty typical of a second year resident schedule in the emergency department. Now, you may have some schedules that are a little bit more spaced out than this. Sometimes you work a little bit less shift. Maybe it's 17 shifts per month or 18 shifts per month, but usually we hit around that 20 to 22 shifts per month when we're in the emergency department. Okay, so now I have my schedule pulled up as an attending doctor. So this is my schedule for next month. And let's just count the shifts out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 shifts. So 7 shifts less than when I was a resident. Mind you, February is a shorter month. Normally I would work between 12 to 15 shifts per month. A lot different than, being a resident. And as you see, the shifts sort of flip-flop. So, you can go from a 6-3 day off to 3P, 12A, not too bad. Got a couple day shifts mixed in here. This is a 12-hour shift. This is actually at one of our freestanding sites. And just to give you a heads up on this, I'll probably be dropping a separate video on the freestanding sites. But essentially, it is a place that is it's the emergency department, right? But the acuity and the number of patients is totally different than I see at our main sites. I'm talking some days I see 6 patients in a 12-hour shift. But we can get more into that on a separate video, like I said. But usually I work between 2 to 3 of those types of shifts per month. Actually, this month I'll be working 3. So I have one on the 11th, the 17th, and the 25th. Am I working any nights? Yep, got a couple nights mixing there as well. So you see the shifts themselves can, range from days, mid shifts, night shifts. But overall, great schedule. Now, this type of schedule isn't for everybody. For me personally, I love it. I love the flexibility. I am able to request shifts off every month. If I have something scheduled, I can request X amount of shifts off per month. And knock on wood, I haven't had any issues as an attending to where I'm not getting those shifts off. Another perk, I'm not on call. So this is straight shift work, right? So when I'm at work, at the job, I'm doing my shift. Outside of work, I'm not on call. I'm not answering any phone calls or anything like that. Most of the time, I finish my charts and my notes at the job. Sometimes I'll take a few of them home if I'm just having like a super busy shift and I'm like, yo, I'm definitely not doing these notes today. I'll take some home, but usually I'll finish my notes at work. So that just leaves more time outside of work at home, doing things that I love, making content, spending time with my family. So overall, this is a good depiction of a community ER doctor's shift schedule. Academic doctor may have a different work schedule. So these types of schedules can vary depending on whether you're going to go into the community versus academics. But all in all, I think it is a pretty decent depiction. So that's all for this week. I hope that shed some light. If you are considering emergency medicine, definitely take a look at my page. I'll be posting more and more content regarding the specialty and just, some day in the life type stuff. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. See y'all on the next video.